52.96.
It's a big stage with big names and big expectations. An immersive celebration of athleticism. More than 2,000 athletes from over 200 countries competing in 49 events. Drawing inspiration from past memorable outings, Team Kenya is on a mission to add to its medal tally at the ongoing 19th edition of the championships. Witness the breathtaking moments from Budapest, Hungary, till this Sunday, the 27th of August 2023, live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
From the 4th to 6th of September 2023, Kenya will host a climate summit like no other, the Africa Climate Summit, an ambitious call for collective climate action at scale convened by the African Union. Wondering what sets this summit apart? The Africa Climate Summit moves away from the blame game in tackling the urgent climate crisis, rethinks global climate finance structures, unites Africa with the rest of the world to drive climate-positive growth, increase investments and maximize opportunities for climate solutions. The summit leverages the continent's immense human and natural capital for global decarbonization.
As Africa, we are committed to bringing everyone on board in order to make every voice to be heard.
Africa Climate Summit, driving green growth and climate finance solutions for Africa and the world.
It's the 27th of August 2023, and thank you so much for joining us right here on Lunchtime News. Well, we have a comprehensive bulletin lined up this afternoon. My name is Jackie Wambiru. Sign language interpreter is Byron Abuli. Now, to kick us off, the government will construct a 42-kilometer cut line inside Boni Forest that will act as a borderline between Kenya and the neighboring Somalia. Speaking during a tour of Mokowe, Witu and Faza areas in the county of Lamu, Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale added that security roads will also be constructed inside the forest to assist the multi-agency security operations against the Al-Shabaab. The CS further warned collaborators of the terror group of dire consequences.
Cabinet Secretary visited Lamu County to check on the Kenya Defense Forces activities in the county. While in the county, he visited the county headquarters in Mokowe to engage the county leadership and the locals in conversations geared towards keeping the county safe. It is here that Duale announced plans to construct a 42-kilometer cut line inside Boni that will act as a border between Kenya and Somalia and keep the Al-Shabaab terror group at bay.
Mtu yoyote akionekana kwa hiyo barabara, akiingia kwa hiyo msitu, akitoka hiyo msitu kwa hiyo barabara, huyo si Mkenya, huyo ni adui Al-Shabaab na tutapambana na yeye.
An additional 5 security roads will be constructed to aid the multi-agency security operations against the terror group, even as the CS sent a stern warning to collaborators who aid and harbor the insurgents.
Hawezi kushirikiana na Al-Shabaab na wahalifu akuja wa watu wetu. We will deal with that person. Hata wavuvi wala wanaenda kufanya uvuvi, tunajua wakiana uvuvi wanaleta watu, na huyo analetwa, anateremshwa, anakuja kuwa watu hapa.
Jihudi and Hindi residents called for additional forces in the area, saying the insecurity incidents have made their day-to-day activities difficult to execute.
Katika sehemu nyingi tunakiona Tana River na kule kwingine tunasikia kuna KDF mataani.
Tuongezewe pia wale waweze kupewa training ya zaidi.
Mimi mwenyewe mtoto wangu alichinjwa mbele yangu. Magaidi wamekuja, walifika tu kwangu wakiniambia sisi ni Al-Shabaab original.
Tumekuwa tunanyanyaswa kila wakati. Kitanda yetu imekuwa ni msituni. Saa hii manyumba tuliwacha tukakaa kando nayo.
Their leaders appealed for more slots for their youth in the coming KDF recruitment exercise to assist in security operations while banking on their knowledge of their home county.
For the last maybe 30 years, huku umekuwa kitukuliwa watu watatu tu kila slot. 3 people.
Hizo slot wewe 20 umeruka ni nyingi, mimi nilikuwa nataka kuomba 50 bwana. Atupatie huko.
This year's recruitment will be transparent. It will be based on merit.
Yusufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
Residents of Kericho County have been urged to vaccinate their animals to curb an outbreak of disease in the area. The county's Livestock and Cooperatives Chief Officer Michael Bett said Cheplenget, Letain, Kabianga and Kapsaos areas had been hit by the outbreak of the viral disease that is mainly transmitted by dogs through biting. The disease has claimed the lives of 2 children and about 15 cows in the last 2 months.
We managed to carry out vaccinations 2 months ago in Soin Ward, Soin Sigawet, but the cases have continued to rise. And as a department, we've managed to procure 40,000 doses of rabies vaccine, and we've started the vaccination. We know it's a very dangerous disease. We've lost 2 school-going children to rabies, and we've lost about 15 cows in the last 2 months. I want to urge farmers to turn out, bring their animals. The point is, we want to help lower the levels of rabies in our county.
In other news, someone once said that each one teach one. If you lend a helping hand, you may never need one. Now, this seems to be the mantra of a group of youth visiting slums to mentor their peers about self-belief and motivation. The group, led by one Daphne Mokamikemane, the director of Itanya Youth Network, spent an afternoon with peers in the Githogoro area of Westlands, Nairobi, where they rallied the society to join hands and provide opportunities for the youth.
We are all able to really work to knowledge share. I need you to understand that one of our key elements is knowledge sharing. That is how actually we believe in impact and also multiplying impact.
Jika mnajua hizo vitu vichizisha, jika mnajua box inachizisha. Mnajua hivyo? Time yangu nilizaliwa Madhare, ukipiga raundi huwezi kosa watu mbao wamechizi. Wana kama gukana ni mayouth. Sisi wenye tumegrow now tunajua huu ni youth, huu ni boy boy.
Yeah, who God created you to be, who you're called to be. Yes, what your purpose is on this earth. Yes.
Garissa County Governor Nathif Jama is calling for speedy implementation of the Garissa Integrated Socio-Economic Development Plan. Jama says continued delay in launching the framework is depriving refugees and the host community in Garissa of their legitimate resources for development. He made the remarks during a stakeholders consultative forum for the Shirika Plan, a multi-year plan by the national government to promote the social economic inclusion of refugees by transforming camps into integrated settlements.
We are prepared, and we're trying to move forward to ensure that we now benefit after all this sacrifice. And as we said now that there is a wind of change, there is goodness is coming on board, there is funding, the World Bank, from the Kenya government, from other places, from development partners. Now let's be prepared and ready and benefit our people, both the locals or the host community and the refugees. I want this step to be a matter whose case is settled by launching it quickly.
Young couples have been encouraged to perform mass weddings in order to cut costs and fulfill their aspirations of tying the knot in church. Bishop Joseph Mutungi of the ACK Machakos Diocese, who presided over a mass wedding ceremony for 7 couples at the All Saints Kiamwe Church, encouraged couples who are cohabiting to consider formalizing their unions. The mass wedding was the first to be held in the area.
Wale wako nyuma yangu na watoto wako nyuma yangu na wauliza kama wanaweza kufuata hii mtuto yetu, waendelee na kuoana kwa kanisa, waachane ile kuoana ya usiku. Furaha mingi sana kwa kuwa na bibi yangu kwa mwaka 50. Nimekaa na hiyo bibi kwa mwaka 52, 52 years tangu tuoane.
Siongope kufanya ndoa kanisani kwa sababu kuna tofauti kubwa kuenda kimila na kukosa hata kubarikiwa kanisani. Na kwa sababu tunataka ndoa zisimame zikiwa ziko na baba na ziko na mama. Hiyo ndio mpango wa Mungu.
Congratulations to the newlyweds. Now, police officers in Malava constituency, Kakamega County, have launched a manhunt following the death of a 63-year-old woman who was murdered by a 17-year-old boy over the debt of 60 shillings. At the same time, police officers in Ikolomani constituency have detained 3 suspects following the murder of 59-year-old Esther Ayuma. Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale led the residents to flush out the 3 suspects from their hideouts. Residents have now called upon the police to conduct thorough investigations over the incidences.
A 17-year-old boy identified as James, who is said to be a Form 4 student, was manning his parents' shop when a woman identified as Sarah Vakoya came with 1,000 shillings note to repay a debt. It is alleged that the two disagreed over how much was to be paid, and a scuffle ensued during which the teenager hit the 63-year-old woman with a stone and fled the scene.
Na wasihi vijana wenzangu, jambo pengine likikutokea unakuwa mvumilivu kidogo, unavuta subira angalau kunaweza kukapatikana jawabu. Kuliko unaona huyu kama shilingi 60 zimeweza papisha hasara.
Angry villagers aggrieved by the turn of events stormed the boys' home and set it on fire, destroying property and plantations.
Ng'ombe ziliweza kubebwa, zingine wakachukua kondoo wakarusha kwa hii moto, ilikuwa inachomeka hapa, na mahindi ikachomwa tena ikastoe kwa nyuma ya mahindi, wakachoma tena mahindi hapa ilikuwa hapa, na kuku tena wakachoma sote wakarusha.
In another incident, police in Ikolomani are detaining 3 suspects after the body of a 59-year-old woman was retrieved from a river in Malinya area. The trio was apprehended after Kakamega County Senator Boni Khalwale led residents in the search for the killers of the woman identified as Esther Ayuma.
Mama mzee, Mama Esther, mwenye umri kati ya miaka 55 na miaka 60, tumempata kama ametupwa. She has been raped and she has been murdered. Wale wenye waliuzika na hii maneno, by good luck, wote watatu tumeshika.
The main suspect in the murder claimed that the victim was his lover. The body of the victim was moved to Kakamega mortuary awaiting an autopsy. Brandon Som, reporting for Lunchtime News.
The church is calling on the government to expedite the issuance of national identity cards to university students to enable them to apply for higher education loans. Parents were also urged to play their role in paying school fees for their children as schools reopen tomorrow.
Addressing journalists at AIPCM Wihoko during the launch of the Boy and Girl Brigade and celebrating 20 years of peace in the church, the clergy lamented that lack of national identity cards has made it difficult for some university students to apply for the higher education loans, hence affecting their education.
Kunao wengine wengi ambao hawajatimiza umri wa miaka 18, hawajapata vitambulisho, lakini wako na mahitaji mengi. Tunaomba serikali iweze kuingilia kati isiwapotezee wakati wao wakigojea wafikishe umri, na wale wamefikisha tunaomba wapewe vitambulisho kwa haraka na ili waweze wote kuingia.
While calling on parents to be more responsible in paying for their children's school fees, the church also pleaded with head teachers not to send children home for fees when the schools reopen tomorrow.
Naomba serikali kwa uwezo waweze kupunguza mzigo wa karo, kwa sababu karo iko juu sana, wengine wanashindwa, maisha iko gumu, na kila kama vile tumesemavyo, tunaomba hata mzaanda wasaidiwe.
Tilio Marco for Lunchtime News.
Kilifi County Government has unveiled a new specialized emergency service unit fully equipped with paramedics and modern ambulances. Well, this is a story that we shall be taking a look at once we come back from the break. For now, let's take the break.
Kiswahili kitukuzwe. Mtoto wa kiume ndiye anapewa kipaumbele kwenda kufundishwa. Ama tuseme wazazi wakipata angalau pesa kidogo, watataka kumfunza mtoto wa kiume,
kwa kuwa mtoto wa kiume anaonekana kuwa yeye mwenyewe anaweza na ana uwezo wa kutatua shida zake.
Unapata kuwa takwimu katika kutoka magereza zetu zinaonyesha kuwa waliofungwa pale wengi ni watoto wa kiume 25,700.
Nipenda kwa hiari, niwe wake wa ndoani, kafika kuniajiri.
Sanaa ya Kiswahili, pale ambapo tunapiga mbizi na makafi katika bahari ya kuelimishana, tusemezane, tuchangamshane na tupashane.
Kiswahili kitukuzwe.
She hasn't just taken this title, she's absolutely obliterated the whole field. 352.96.
It's a big stage with big names and big expectations. An immersive celebration of athleticism. More than 2,000 athletes from over 200 countries competing in 49 events. Drawing inspiration from past memorable outings, Team Kenya is on a mission to add to its medal tally at the ongoing 19th edition of the championships. Witness the breathtaking moments from Budapest, Hungary, till this Sunday, the 27th of August 2023. Live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Welcome back. This is Lunchtime News. Now on health matters, Kilifi County Government has unveiled a new specialized emergency services unit fully equipped with paramedics and modern ambulances that are fitted with high-end medical equipment to deal with emergency cases in the county. A renal unit with 16-bed capacity and a warehouse to store medicines that are set to be supplied to different health facilities was also launched. Governor Gideon Mungaro, who presided over the launch, said so far 8,000 residents have registered for the National Health Insurance Fund, urging more people to embrace the medical cover.
Leo Kilifi imepiga hatua kubwa. Leo tunafungua kitengo cha huduma za dharura katika kaunti yetu. Tutazindua renal dialysis center ama renal unit ambayo wagonjwa wote wa Kilifi County na hata wale wa nje wataweza kupata hii huduma. County tumejikakamua kupitia kwa waziri wetu, kupitia kwa mstahiki gavana, tumenunua ambulances mpya. Hizi ambulances si magari tu, mtayashuhudia kwamba ambulances hizi ziko na vifaa vile vinavyohitajika kusaidia mgonjwa hata yule mahututi wakati wowote pahala popote katika kaunti yetu hii.
Kuna majumba ndio wakati huu ambapo vifaa.
Utalii College has launched an ambitious tree planting exercise dubbed Kilam 230, which will see all staff plant 30 trees each. Director of Studies Peter Mwende says the initiative is in response to the call by the President to plant 15 billion trees by 2030.
We are beginning an initiative we call, our clarion call is Kilam 230. As per what the President guided us.
The 400 staff members who are in Kenya Utalii College, each will plant 30 trees. So that makes a total of 12,000 in the financial year.
We want to contribute to reduction in carbon emission as well as sinking that carbon so that the climate we live in is safe.
This is a campaign countrywide. We don't need to be pushed. It's for the good of everyone. Whatever you are, you need a tree for whatever reason. Either a fruit, a shade, or a wood, or timber.
Each person should endeavor to at least plant at least 2 to 5 trees. If all of us as 52 million Kenyans, we plant 2 trees, you can imagine what forest cover or tree cover would have.
Environmental matters, unreported cases of sexual gender-based violence in Turkana County remain the biggest challenge in fighting the crime. Consequently, the county government, in collaboration with other stakeholders, has launched a campaign to create more awareness among the residents on the need to report the cases to the authorities. Now, during a meeting that brought together Turkana County officials and representatives from the World Vision Youth and Gender Affairs County Executive Committee member Elizabeth Dote pledged the county government's commitment to providing financial support and data collection needed in policy formation and review.
Our women, our boys, our girls are not able to speak out on the issue of SGBV. And as a county government, we also need rescue centers. And in this policy, it's going to identify and to fill the gaps.
Between the period of January 2021 and September 2021, which is a period of 9 months, there were reported 185 incidences of sexual and gender-based violence. And out of those 185, 170 are recorded to be females, and only 15 were male.
Even the cases of SGBV, then they will also be responsible in terms of reporting those cases, and they will also be responsible in terms of supporting the survivors to access justice, but then also supporting the survivors to be reintegrated in the community.
The Isiolo Town Library has received a donation of books worth 1.2 million shillings from the Giants Group of Nairobi Twiga and other well-wishers. Speaking during the handing over ceremony, the chairperson of the Giants Group of Nairobi Twiga, Chetna Desai, said that the group is committed to providing reading materials to libraries. He said they have already donated 181 books to libraries across the country within the last 3 years.
Our target is to establish 250 libraries before the end of 2024. So this is our mission, and we want each and every Kenyan boy and girl to get the education. We want our Kenya a bright future for our youngsters. They have so big dreams. They want to become doctors, they want to become engineers, they want to become leaders, teachers. And for that, books and knowledge and education is a priority.
Unaona, mkiweka watoto nyumbani ndio wanajiingisha kwa mandawa kwa sababu they are idle. Watoto wakiwa wachanga wafai kukaa nyumbani. Isiyo hatuna mashamba, hatuna mambo mingi ya kufanya. Tafadhali naomba mulete wazazi, wazazi mulete watoto ili watoto waweze kupata elimu.
We offer computers classes for free. We have started giving out basic skills in computers. Also, we understand there is some student who cannot stand in front of a crowd of many people. So we have what we call public speaking programs in our libraries. So that at least they can gain confidence when they are talking in front of a large group.
And across borders, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has been elected to a second term with 52.6% of the vote. This is according to the country's Electoral Commission. However, the opposition has claimed there had been widespread vote rigging, and international observers say the vote fell short of democratic standards.
Zimbabwe Electoral Commission said Emmerson Mnangagwa's main challenger, Citizens Coalition for Change candidate Nelson Chamisa, secured 44% of the vote. Mnangagwa received more than 2.3 million votes, while Chamisa took 1.9 million. Voter turnout in the country of almost 16 million people was 69%, as the electoral body said. The opposition claims the vote was rigged, but the Constitutional Court has upheld the results. Emmerson Mnangagwa, known as the Crocodile, is only Zimbabwe's second president. A 2017 coup against veteran ruler Robert Mugabe put him in charge. Zimbabweans still face high inflation and poverty.
Now in the sports arena, the newly crowned 1500 meters champion Faith Kipyegon says she is elated after bagging her second gold medal at the 2023 World Athletics Championship, which comes to a close today in Budapest, Hungary. Now, this comes even as Kenya bagged a silver medal in the 800-meter race after Emmanuel Wanyonyi finished second in the two-lap race behind Canada's Marco Arop.
They are praising each other after dethroning Ethiopia to bring home the 5,000 meters title. Meanwhile, world record holder Faith Kipyegon could not hide her joy after winning her second gold medal at the World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
I didn't know, this is my fifth 5,000 going to this championship. I think I've done few 5,000 in my legs, so that's why I said I was going to introduce my legs towards the future over the 5,000. But I didn't know I'm going to win the gold medal, so I'm so happy. I thank the ladies, I thank my teammates, Beatrice, Lillian. We help each other because Ethiopian were really going up and down. There was sprinting, slowing, but we try to control the race and help each other.
She clocked 14 minutes, 53.88 seconds to win the women's 5,000 meters race last night. Kipyegon was in the leading pack right from the start before sprinting in the final stretch to win this year's 5,000 meters world title ahead of Sifa Hassan of the Netherlands and her compatriot Beatrice Chebet. In the 800 meters race, Emmanuel Wanyonyi won Kenya a silver medal after finishing second behind Canada's Marco Arop.
Ndoto yangu kuombea wenzangu, tulikuja tukiwa 4, so challenge ilikuwa uwezo vile mwili unaona kama Korir amestruggle this season. Sikupenda kwa Korir, ni mkimbiaji vizuri na ako sawa, so au watu wako poa, so ningependa kuambia wa Kenya wasiongee mbaya kuhusu wakimbiaji kama hao juu sikupenda kwa wakimbivu, ni vile injury imewasumbua.
The 9-day competition come to a close tonight, and Kenya is expecting to win more medals in the women's 3,000 meters steeplechase, men's 5,000 meters race, and 800 meters race. Kennedy Langat, KBC Sports, Budapest, Hungary.
Well, congratulations to Team Kenya. Now, Kenyan athletes failed in their quest to bag a medal in the men's marathon on day 9 of the World Athletics Championship in Budapest, Hungary. Now, Kenya's Titus Kipruto finished a distant 8th after clocking 2 hours, 10 minutes and 47 seconds. Compatriot Timothy Kiplagat clocked 2 hours, 11 minutes and 25 seconds to finish 14th overall. The race was won by Uganda's Victor Kiplagat, who clocked 2 hours, 8 minutes and 53 seconds, relegating Maru Teferi and Leul Gebre Selassie to second and third positions respectively. Team Kenya has so far bagged 6 medals, 2 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze.
line in 2:08.52 to take world gold. He is crowned world champion. Another glorious day in the distance.
Well, that report brings us to the end of our bulletin this afternoon. Thank you for choosing Lunchtime News. For more news, check out our website at kbc.co.ke. My name is Wambiru. Sign language interpreter is Byron Napoli. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.